alive. 60. There we go. Alright, now I'm actually visible in a reasonably appropriate way. I'll send out a message. I will triple check. Because green stream has been all late. Twitch. And on Twitch. And double check and my Twitch is actually working, but otherwise. Good afternoon, everybody. Having a nice. Hope you're not much tiring on this stuff. Oh, it's working. It's working for once. Okay, so we're good. I just need to make sure our chat is actually out. Brilliant. Okay, so we are continuing with making the ROM hack. I have here part of the second island. There we go. Needed to move something so I can actually close the door. Okay, so we're continuing on with the hack. We've got I've prepped up the second island. So for those of you who haven't been here for a while, I've done a bit of tidying up with the code. We have today's the map, which you may have seen from my videos today, Crystal Cove. Something you're going to be seeing tomorrow, which is the internal bit. We've got some brilliant custom tiles I found, and we have actually finished the gym using the same ones for the time being, but it gives it a bit of feel of really being in that coastal cave, although it is not a cave. But we want to start drawing what is Route 5. Hang on, my headphones. What is Route 5? This is that Route 5. So let's go into what we're drawing. Start doing that. We can start actually getting progress towards some of the later game. And this point, I think the level cap's 30 something. So we want to throw in a load more trainers. So if any trainers suggestions to add, throw them right in. So we need to throw the connections up this obsidian thicket. So once you get to this, you're going to come across a boat. A boat will land you around here, and then you'll have the choice of either going that way to the east, was that the west, the east, or you'll have the choice to go down and west and south. Very simple choice. The eastern route is going to be kind of an optional one. It's mainly designed for once you've got your third gym badge, so you'll find the level cap that way will be very different to what's happening down the south. The south will actually lead you to the third gym. I can't really write because we've got so few tiles to work with. But yeah, so once we go down from there, we'll head towards what we're calling Obsidian Peak. Obsidian Peak as the third gym. I pick up my Yu-Gi-Oh cards. That's for another stream. You'll need to make sure my V's in the appropriate place. So this map is very simple. We're going to have the water along the top. Let's put the grid in so we can see the edge. It's going to cover up most of the area like that. We're going to have a beachy area, so I'm just going to sort of roughly draw it out from around here to give us this beach, which will be the landing point, because the town you'll go into or you can head to on the east is actually been overran by some bellends. So the person isn't actually able to park correctly in the port. Instead, they've come this way. So that's why we're sort of throwing you onto the beach. But it still gives you access. On that eastern part, there will be this sort of wooded area. Not wooded area, rocky area. Sort of lifting you up. Just a rough idea. We'll do it. There'll be a raised point along here. Sort of looking down. This is sort of giving a kind of border to what we call the Obsidian Peak, which will lead down to the... So I think that's a decent start. we can work with that. Jacob Cortez, hey bud, how you doing? How's your Saturday been? Welcome to Route 5 of our game. So that's the rough layout. Love to know what you guys think, what you're thinking. B, you been up to much on this Saturday?
Hello there.
Put it across into that. Mars, thank you for the follow, bud. Can you put Snoop Dogg in there as a new legendary person? No, I'm not doing... I don't really want to create custom Pokemon, and definitely not Snoop Dogg. That'd be a pain. Thanks, Joe. It does look quite good. Scrumpus, I'm using Poi maps to draw my maps. Poi maps allows me to draw my maps nice and simply. They've got tiles on the side. You can do auto, what they call smart paths to connect things up, which is really great. And then I've got here Poi script and Visual Studio Code and Poi script on it to run and do my coding. Hey Deanie baby, how you doing, bud? Just woke up, pretty good. How's the map creating going? It's good. I've just spent a bit of time setting things up. I just released demo 4, so every week I release a new version. I've done that, so you'll see the last few videos coming out over the next few days for that. But this is the second island of the game, so this is where you'll land after you come across. I'm a game developer myself. What interesting is I'm not actually developing a game, I'm hacking Pokemon. So this isn't an engine, this is Poi map using the Decomp Emerald. I'm not a game developer. I've played around with Game Maker, I played around with RPG Maker, I played a bit around with Unreal Engine and Unity, but I'm not a game developer. So this isn't like a full one from scratch. This is just taking an existing decomp of Pokemon Emerald and breaking it apart how we see. Luca, I understand that would be sick though. Level 30, you would learn Blazing Attack. I mean, Luca, if you want to make the art and send it to me, I'm sure I could add it in as something at the end. So clever, fair play. What gen Pokemon are you using? There are all Pokemon in this game. So we go to Wild Encounters. And we just like do the drop down. You can see we've got everything, including the Orgapons and the different masks. You've got the different types. So pretty much every Pokemon ever released in the main series game is in here. The ones we'll be incorporating, I don't know at this point in time. Henry, thanks for the follow. Cool off. Yeah, I mean, it's really cool doing at least hacking. It's a much more accessible way, and than me trying to build everything from scratch, which I looked at doing and I'm thinking about doing. I'm still thinking about it in the future, but realistically, I need to keep it somewhat simple. And I think ROM hacking and having that physical, like at the end of the day, you actually have a ROM you can play. I think that's so cool. So this will actually be like an actual ROM you can play on legitimate hardware. So you could put this onto a cartridge and play it just as you would any other game. Nintendo could do this easy. I know Nintendo could easily make like a Mario Maker but for Pokemon. You use like your own little gyms, but they refuse to, which is a pain. What to do is I want to create a region or something. I use what's called Decomp Emerald, so it's called Expansion Emerald. It's got all the things in it. It's got a load of nice quality of life built into it, so you don't have to reinvent the wheel when you're doing it. The GitHub is really easy to access. I've got a few guides on it you can find on our YouTube. And that's all there. Hey, Gosuko over on Twitch. How you doing, bud? But yeah, you can access it all really easily. We've got some guides on our YouTube. Join our Discord and we can sort of support you. And we've got some areas there for people to start sharing ideas and stuff. But yeah, it's so nice and easy. But this is Poi maps using to make the maps itself. Favorite Pokemon of all time? Inkay. Inkay is the best Pokemon. I know it might be a stretch because you Mega Evolutions in the 8-bit style. In the 8-bit, well, we've got Mega Evolutions in this, Ivan. So you can completely... We already have Megas and stuff done. There's no Megas added to my game yet. I am planning on adding the long run, though. Well, they're coded in. I just haven't actually made them accessible, is what I should say. The accessibility of the Pokemon's going to be around just after Gym 4. You'll have the access to go to what I'm calling the Mega Mansion. If you've ever watched Yu-Gi-Oh! Think about Battle City game, you've got to get all those stars. That's what I'm designing it off. I'm doing good, Gosu. I've had a haircut, as you can see. So what little hair I had left is gone. Tied my beard up. Heading out tonight. So this is a dream of mine. Bumbledoozer. It's great. Thanks for follow, Bumbledini and Brandon. But yeah, no, if you've got ideas or suggestions, I'm looking for more trainers to add. If you want to be a trainer in the game, suggest it and I'll pop you in. But first, let's draw a couple of maps and start getting forward. Is this supposed to have all the regions? No, this is a completely custom region, Mike. Brandon Kaznak, thanks for the follow. This is a region purely based off of what I'm coming up with. So all the routes are custom. None of the... I am introducing some trainers from like previous games. So the gym leaders from Hoenn are actually going to be in the game, which I think is quite a cool little thing I thought to do. Kind of like how Radical Red had the Johto ones, we're going to have the Hoenn ones, and plus we've got all of their stuff is already built in, so it's very easy to lift and utilize. Gives a challenge without me having to reinvent the wheel. But I am looking at doing an all-region game, and I'm not going to do it alone because it's a lot of work because you've got tons. So what we're going to do, I'm going to do it over on our Discord, is people who want to learn to ROM hack, you can do that while making this game. So we're gonna get you guys and pull together, maybe and do teaching, and we can say, okay, one person's gonna make Route 1, one person's gonna make Route 2, and then we'll join it all together and make the ROM hack of all the regions. And this way, instead of one person trying to do it, it's a really good. I think it's a really good learning opportunity for people to start getting into ROM hacking, and at the same time, they're going to be able to. They don't have to do all the creativity part. They can see what it's meant to look like because the games already exist. So if you're interested in that, come over to our Discord. I'm going to start doing it come the new year. Oh man, I used to make Warcraft 3 custom maps. Is there a world editor? There's not a world. Well, this is the world editor. It's called Poi Maps. Yeah, so this is the Poi Maps. It's sort of the closest thing we've got to a world editor. Not like a legitimate one. It's done by some very clever people. I wish they released an official one, but they won't. Bumholes. That I just realised this is all actually down. Needs to be up one level, like that. Good luck in hopefully in everything. I mean, if they take me down, then yeah, it'll be a shame. And if they do that, I might pivot to making my own game. Maybe I'll actually learn how to do a custom engine. But they haven't been too terrible at taking down ROM hacks, especially if you follow the rules, which is don't sell the game. This game is not for sale. It will never be for sale. I will always make sure it's accessible to you guys to just download. Yeah, if you follow those rules, you tend to be all right. But yeah, if you see this game for sale, it's not me selling it. I will never sell any of my games or any of these ones. I have one add self-training, so you can. So we have an item called the linking cable. You can use the linking cable on a Pokemon like a stone, and that will evolve them. So you already have that. I've got load of chats going quick. I want to be Bumblebow's drop a trainer either on Discord or put it here, and I'll copy it across and make it later. I'll do it and I'll add them in. Can I be a trainer Victory Road? There will be a Victory Road. We're a long way from doing Victory Road, so let's do early game trainers because otherwise I'm going to forget them. Yeah. Oh, so Sean Lorenzo, thanks for the follows. Welcome on in. Are these trees from the package you're using? No, these trees goes here. These are moss. This is moss deep. This is just the moss deep trees, and I'm going to turn it into a swampy kind of look. Make a shiny arrow on max EVs and IVs as an egg. We could add we could have someone giving a powerful Aron. That could be quite cool. Yeah, we can do that as a bit. They are very focused on Power World. See, yeah, they maybe they use the Power World one to then come after other stuff, which would suck. But we'll see. We'll see what they do. Maybe they'll actually realize that ROM hacking can be quite good. Or what they should do is just hire a load of ROM hackers, not necessarily me, but there's some brilliant ones. And then you can just oh yeah, we'll sell Pokemon ROM hacks, like custom games for like $5 each on the virtual store, and they'd make a mint with all these like custom games. Wrong tree top. That is not the wrong tree top. That tree top is because this is a cliff. So it's looking down. You can see like the like cliff edge. Are you adding? Yes, Mega Evolution is in. Z-moves their code is there, but I don't know whether I will. Don't know whether I'm going to use them. I'm not the biggest fan of Z-moves, but we'll see. Maybe we'll do Z-moves. We'll have you guys decide if you want them in. I'll be an early game trainer. Any ideas on the grass in the early route so I can coordinate? Yeah, I mean, you can play the game now and see. So we can throw you in some of these areas where you've got Spearow, Sunkern, Wooper, the Nidorans. You've got the first forest, so you've got sort of quite a lot of bug Pokemon here. You get access to Geodude, Boldor. You can even have something from external. You don't have to have Pokemon specifically found in those routes. You could be from somewhere else. Angelo, thanks for the follow, bud. Are you using Advanced Map? I'm not using Advanced Map. I'm using Pori Maps. This is a decomp hack, not a binary hack. I have used binary hack with Advanced Map, but I find it a ball ache to script him. So instead, I've moved over to this, and it runs pretty much the same as Advanced Map. So those who have used Advanced Map will similar, but doing the scripting, everything behind the scenes is much better. Oh, nice. Kusuku, see you later. Geodude, Sentra, and Combi. Yeah, I'm going to make note of that because I'm not going to make all my trainers. I'm not going to make the trainers right now. Let me just open my text editor. Bumblzo, what do you want your name to be as well in the game? So, trainers to add Geodude, Sentret, Combi. Can we download ROMs? You can download our ROMs off our Discord. I released the version 4 today, which goes all the way up to the Gym 2. Goes all the way up to the point where you will then come over to the boat onto this one. Bumble. Yep, I'll call you Bumble. Yeah, we'll put you in. The concept is I want to make a game which I'm fed up with modern Pokemon games. And I thought I want to make my own. It's not really designed off of a specific like geographical region or something. It's just more of that fantasy thing going on where there's a bit of like everything, just to make it feel. But there's 3 islands, one representing the past, one representing development, and one representing like overdevelopment in the future. So you start in the early one, you climb your way up the mountain and heading out, with lots of like ancient things being referenced. So there's lots of like old stories being told, and you can start to for you to want to come back to. I'm not a story writer, so you're not really going to see a big overarching story in the game because it will end up cringy and basically rubbish because I can't write for the life of me. So with that, we're just gonna try and make as much reason for you to want to explore and find things. So it's more built around that style of gameplay than your typical big evil team taking over the world, whatnot. That should be a connection piece, not the other one. There we go. Any sprite trainer will do. Yeah, I can pop you as any trainer sprite. So we'll make some maps because I want to get some maps built, and then we'll add trainers in a little bit later. So I'm just trying to think. I have actually got an older version of this game. I'm redoing it in the modern. There's been quite a lot of updates to the code base, the default code base, since I first started doing this. So is right. So I'm completely. I wanted to remake it, so we could introduce stuff like follow a Pokemon, and all that good, cool stuff. So that's why you'll see me looking over to the side, because that side will have has pretty much all the things I'm already referencing, which is why if you've watched the videos, why I've actually managed to create them so quickly. It's because they're not sort of brand new. I don't have to do a lot of the thinking on my feet stuff. How you been getting on, Luhu Games? How you doing? Crystal Pokemon sound cool. I know. Crystal Pokemon was originally added into my Visual Studio viewer suggested game, so I made a game using a load of viewer suggestions. So we already have a bit of the artwork already there, which is going to make things so much easier. Which will be. Yes, we will. I will start doing the code for them very soon. Yeah, but I think they'll be quite good. They'll be weak against ice and bug and themselves, just to give a bit of a boost to those Pokemon. We'll also have the ability to add. They'll also be immune to water type, so you actually find them. The first one's just before the first gym. There's a second gym, which is water type. That's actually going to be really helpful. But I need to do all the coding for that. I need to add all the sprites in and create a new Pokemon for them, and then we can develop it further as we come up with more ideas. But yeah, it will be hopefully be something you guys enjoy. And it's going to be something I've pretty much done all the code for already, so I think it's a miss if we don't include them. So yeah, ruby sapphires. So we currently have, obviously, we've got crystal forms for Onyx in the Boldor line. We got one for Kakuna. So if you evolve a Weedle in this area, in those areas, you'll get a Kakuna, which evolves into Weedle. We've also got Solrock and Lunatone, which are based off of the Sun and Moonstone, which I think was an amazing thing by the guy who did the artwork. And that's what we got so far. There'll be more, I'm sure we'll come up with. But yeah, it'll be we'll see what we can come up with as we do more. That's the wrong. There really no tile for that. There's not. That's a pain. So I've got to use the sand tile. Give me a second, guys. I will reply in a sec. Need to quickly do that. We can do that up one. That there. I do that up. Put that one there. That's why I had things looking like that. That's why. Some really annoying tiles. I might have to make some custom tiles to fix that. Right, let's go back up. Can I be a pain? Sorry, after beating me, can I give the trainer honey? Yes, we can give the trainer honey. On beat, give trainer honey. That's very easy to do. Where do you play it once it's done? You can once it's done, I will be putting it onto all the pages. I'll share it onto Reddit and stuff. If you want to play early demos and give feedback, you can do that now by coming onto our Discord. Our Discord will have an updated version drop every week. So hopefully you'll be able. Yeah, so that will give you something. Otherwise, yeah, the patches will be available as many places I can get. How to get this program? You get this program by googling Polymaps, and there's a GitHub page. You can just download it or clone it. I do have some guides on our YouTube where I talk through how to do it all and some of the things you can get and some support for cloning and setting up the repo to be able to compile it. Because it is a decomp, some people get a bit put off by it because it's not as easy as doing your standard advanced map if you used advanced map in the past. But it's still very simple. But yeah, it's all there, and you can follow all the guides nice and easily. Hopefully. Can I still be a gym leader? Oh, you possibly put you in a gym leader later. Gym leaders is the gyms. I've got the first sort of 5-6 sorted. As we get later on, we'll possibly add some more. Love this. Emerald is the best region, but this is going to be custom, so we're not going to have Emerald. Husky and 321 Dan, thank you for the follows. Welcome on in. Can you add Professor Oak battle? That'd be cool. Yeah, Pori maps. Yes, it is Nolan.
Hello there.
Yeah, Thomas, thanks for the follow. Yeah, actually, Oak could be a visiting professor. We actually have a new professor in this region, Professor Holly. And
Hello
yeah,
there.
she will sort of guide you through some of the later game stuff. You'll work with her when you access once you got your 4th gym badge. But otherwise, yeah, that sounds. I like the idea. Yeah, of Oak being around. Someone's mentioned about us having Ash in the game. So I might have Ash or Red lingering around for you to battle or whatever. Which could be cool. Right, and we want some grass tiles to get some actual counters going. This is Route 5A. The Route 5 will actually go further to the east. Let me do a connection to show you. Route 5B goes on the right. We'll actually have more to the right. In fact, why don't we let's do Route 5, and we'll come back to Obsidian Thicket, which is what the focus of today is going to be. But let's at least connect this up so it doesn't look a bit jaunty and weird. Those are the tiles I need to change our outline. Perfect. And I've got to do the collisionist. I'm just going to save a time lapse so I've got a time lapse to make a video with later. Right. You should make an Elite Four-esque fight against every main trainer from every region back to back. Okay, so Martin, I like that idea, but I'm actually got a concept of what I've called the. I've got a similar idea which I'm calling the Champions Guild. So very similar to how in Paldea you got the champion rank. We're gonna have that. So once you become a champion, you're not gonna be sort of like just whatever. You're not gonna be the champion. You're gonna go access to this place. In this place, you'll have, I'll add all the gym leaders buffed up, gym leaders from other regions, champions from other regions, and viewers. So some viewers who are around early on and around for a long time and supporting, they're going to be added in here with their champion level team. And they're going to be, these are the full level 100 comp teams. And we've got I'm going to add a round robin tournament, not a round robin tournament. So I'm going to add a knockout tournament like the battle. I've already got a custom one I did for the school. So if you play it now, there's a school, and in there you can do a school tournament. We're going to do that for the champion level teams. We're also going to have a tournament where you fight every single one back to back. It's pretty much going to be impossible, but I think it will be a really good final end game challenge where you'll take on just a host of powerful, strong trainers, and this allows people to use. They don't have to be the best of the best teams. Some will be quite level comp teams. Some will be more team-based ones. But yeah, we'll randomly pick and do it that way, which I think will be really fun. It would be cool. I feel like red is a bit more. Yeah, red is definitely a bit more of an iconic and definitely be added into later ones. Hey, I've been trying to make a fire red hack. How do you change Pokemon? I don't. So Lethal Voices, how are you doing fire red? Are you using the decomp or are you using binary hacking? I should do. This is not MV Maker. This is Pori Maps. This is making a ROM hack, not a fan game. Might make Ash. Yeah, some people like Ash, some people like Red, but I think I might just have both. It'll be finished probably sometime next year, if not later. How hard is this process? It's as hard as you want it to be. If you're looking just to make map changes, very simple. It's just a tile-based game where you make changes. If you make you can go here, we can see Route 114. Let's say you just wanted to add a custom, you wanted to add a new cave in there. So yeah, you could just throw in a cave like that. Ooh, not like that, like this, and add a link in a map to that, or make changes to existing trainers. That's very easy. The complexity comes when the more coding you want to do. Again, the coding is just lots of little pieces. You're not doing everything from scratch. You're just doing a lot of macros to do little pieces. So as you start to do it, as you start to do little pieces, it will all come together. So I find it. I am a professional coder though, so I do have experience writing code, but to do more work on it, then yeah, if you want to keep it simple, it's quite easy. So it depends on how much you learn and do with it. I'm just going to draw a rough outline of this. I might come out a bit too far, but that's good. Software. This is Poi Maps. Seems more tedious and hard, but it has got a lot of tedium, especially if you're doing a big game like this. Because when you're doing a custom region, you have a lot more to do because you've got to come up with everything. But this is why you'll find a lot of games are very basic, and people get annoyed like, why is it Emerald for the 15th time, the 16th time? It's because Emerald is easy to hack, and all of this stuff, you've already got everything. You don't have to reinvent it all the time. So that's why you'll find a lot of quality of life or difficulty hacks in the existing games, as opposed to many custom regions. Hexmaniac, that software, it's not Hexmaniac, it's called, so you're using Hexmaniac. I don't know how to do a Hexmaniac, that's binary hacking. You'd have to go into the script for it. I can have a look, Lethal, maybe tomorrow and get back to you. But if you DM me that question, I will get some time and have a look for you. Hey, OG Gary and Turumatu, thanks for the follow, bud. Hey, from Miami, overall, what kind of ROM hack? Oh, Miami, all the way from America, welcome in. I'm trying to make a custom region. I'm fed up with modern Pokemon games, so I've thought, let's just make one how I want a Pokemon game to be. So we've got this custom game, and I really liked playing Pokemon Emerald, because in Emerald you were able to in Emerald you had that sense of exploration. Going deep into caves was awesome. doing the Reggie puzzles was awesome. All of that amazing cool things has been lost in modern Pokemon games. The mystery and the excitement of hunting down and finding something rare, that's gone, where everything's just sort of like very easy to find. So creating a game where that's back. So you're going through, you're exploring deep caves, you're going underwater and solving puzzles, you're speaking to trainers and they're mentioning about things. You're not, there's no HMs, instead you've got HM equivalent items like an axe and a saw, or like an axe and pickaxe. This allows you to slowly, the world grows around you and everything will start to be developed that way. So that's my vision for it. But of course, that's a lot of work, so it's going to take a while to get there, because we've got to create all those maps, got to create all those trains, got to create all those regions. I want to make it accessible for people who want to do speed runs of it, and but can they beat it? Because I know speed running in Pokemon is reasonably cool. I quite like watching it. So yeah, it's basically it's going to be a long time before anything realistic comes from this, but it will keep me busy, and this is why I'm doing the videos, to try and keep and streaming it, keep you guys seeing it. I would love to make Mountain Battle 100 style game from the Coliseum. What is Mountain Battle 100? Diesel, thanks for the follow, bud. I've never played the Coliseum game, so you have lost me there. Something I'm tempted to try. I am hoping to do more streams of other things. I've been talking to some friends of mine, and we used to do, and you can see them on our YouTube, Nuzlocke runs, and we're looking to do what we're calling the Ultimate Nuzlocke, which is PokeMMO, which is hard, but every region in like one Nuzlocke, so you go from one region to the next region based on level caps. Willem, thanks for the follow. Reclimbing extension, you battle 100 trainers, progressively getting harder. You've got the Battle Frontier, which does similar, but yeah, that could be good. We could have the stuff I've been looking at is going to be randomized in a way, but maybe we could have like a difficulty thing. I'd like to do because I always like in games. Maybe this is something you do as a child and may not work as an it's like with the demographic we're going to have, because most people playing this are going to be older adults, or people who played Pokemon before. But I love caves or games and RPGs where you go in early on and you can only make a few doors and you can only get a bit, and then you come back as you power up and it slowly develops. I'm tempted to do one of those. So you start off like the first room you're completely smushed by, but as you go through later, maybe you get more access. But we'll see. Does this cost a lot to do? What's some of these hacks being developed? So doing this, Uncle Scoot, is completely free. Costs can be added if you want to add custom things like music and if you're adding music, or might have used the wrong ones, doesn't matter. If you're adding custom music, adding custom tile sets, that's where the cost comes in, because you've just got to pay artists or know people who can do it with you or for you. The real thing that holds people back from making these is time. It takes a long time to do all of these things. It's not something you can just like bash out quickly in a day. You can see like how long it's taking me to do these little pieces, and it's going to and the longer it takes, the more it does, the longer it is going to take. It does take people to do things. I think that's the main thing. It's just time and effort, which is the same for everything. It's going to take everyone a long time to do most things. I just move that across a bit, and mainly because it will look weird otherwise. And the new things is making I want to make it accessible so that we can get loads of people making ROM hacks, because the more people got making ROM hacks, the more we've got to play. But yeah, it depends on the size of the scope you're doing, on how long it's going to take, and a lot of people get bored as they go along. At the top of beating the hardest trainer, you're gifted a Haro. That could be cool. I don't really know how I'm going to do Haro yet. Fan-made Pokemon games are absolutely the best. They are. They take everything as a player that you wish you could see, and they just make them good. I definitely think that. That actually comes down there. That looks like that. and that looks like that. That is basically, so this is my view screen. So if I make it back too much, there'll be a weird connection thing which they won't be able to see. So I need to make it wide enough so the viewer won't see this water, the player won't see the water. That's why I've just done that. I'm throwing the grass tile. How many generations? There are all 9 generations. How many of those Pokemon? I don't know. When did you start making this ROM hack? I started making it for the first time start of last year, 2023. Start of 2023. I did about 9 months work on it. Then I pivoted onto some other things, and I just want to. And I wasn't focused on this. I now just want to get this going again. So about a month, about a week, about 4 weeks ago, I've decided I'm going to focus purely on this. I'm not going to create any other ROM hacks. I've got like silly ideas and stuff. No, they're not going to be created. That's more what I want. Something like that. So we're going to have... So yeah, so this is about a month's work. But then I have got an existing template I'm working off because I did about 9 months of work previous. So that's why it can be going to be a bit easier to make than as we get further on to like the later places. It's going to slow down development because we're going to have to go back to like drawing board and designing everything. Whereas now I've got a solid idea for how the early game routes look and how things are going to interact with each other and what the first few gyms are like. How do you do this? I use Polymaps, Polyscript. I've got a video doing it on our YouTube talking about how the intro, how to set it all up. But yeah, it's called advanced, not advanced. It's called decompiled ROM hacking. It's really cool, really amazing tools. Lots of geniuses supporting it, making it so easy to introduce some amazing things and amazing communities to share it all. Do you know any sprite editors, as in people, Helio, or tools? Hey, Caden, how you doing? How do I get into making a ROM hack? Oh, Helio, also thanks for the follow. So, to get into ROM hacking, you need to sort of decide how you want to do it. Whether you're going to become a binary ROM hacker or a decomp ROM hacker. Personally, what I use is decomp because I find it easier. As a developer, picking up decomp is very easy because it is standard coding. But it is a bit more difficult to set up. That said, I have got some guys to try and make it as easy to pick up as possible. And then I would just say, start developing. Come up with an idea and start coding it and start drawing it and start doing it. The best way to get started is just dive in, do a little bit, see how it looks, see if you want to change it, play some other ones, and yeah, tackle it. The best way to learn anything, I think, at least it works for me, is just to do something. And once you do something, things will things fall into place. And you can see, okay, I want to do a trainer. Okay, well, how do I make a trainer? Okay, I'll do trainer battle single and I pass in these arguments. Okay, once you've got the trainer, I want it to give an egg. Okay, so I do another script. How do I give an egg? Okay, so I make an egg. And then you start looking at that, and each little piece then comes together. Makes sense. I just seen high potential hacks that are stuck in early development. Yeah, I think a lot of people just end up... They take on a lot, and I am guilty of this because I've been working on other things. A lot of people want to see the end of VSG and stuff, which isn't going to happen anytime soon, and like I've done pieces before. It's just finding the time and scope, and because you don't get paid for this, because we can't get paid for this. If anyone's charging you for a ROM, don't, because that is illegal. That is definitely illegal. So there's no pay for this, and a lot of people end up focusing on their daytime job or focusing on other things, so things get fallen on the wayside, which is why I'm trying to at least stream it or talk to you guys, because knowing you guys are there watching and enjoying gives me some more push to finish what I'm working on. But so yeah, we'll hopefully actually get some good progress, and definitely I do find as people playing it and giving me feedback on the demos and the stuff I've missed, it drives me to keep going and do a lot more than I would otherwise do. EBK Mo, thank you for the credits for the rose. Very appreciated. This is not RPG Maker. This is Poi Maps. The difference between RPG Maker and this is I have tried RPG Maker, but RPG Maker will make what we tend to call fan games in the Pokemon community. A fan game, it will be its own executable file. You can only play it on a PC or something that can run the executable file. This is an actual ROM hack. So this is got all of the limitations of a regular Pokemon game. So you will only be able to do, you only set to like 32 megabytes of data. You've got to use all the space saving things, like the midis, and you've got to use your palettes and sprites in the correct way. The difference is, at the end of the day, the game will be playable on a ROM. You could export this onto a ROM and play it. It's played through your emulators. You can play it on your mobile. You can play it on your you can play it on whatever your Steam Deck, whatever device you use to play ROMs. This will run on, which I think is so much more fun than playing on a fan game. Not saying fan games have issues, are bad. It's like they're their own way of hacking, and they're very versatile and they're very easy to do. But this I prefer having the actual ROM at the end of the day. I think that's so cool. There's one tile I'm looking for. There we go. We're getting there. Tools may supply Gen 1 to 4. No, I don't. I'm not an artist, Helio. Gen 4 to 5. If you're looking to add sprites into Gen 4 to 5, I don't know how that's done. I think it's called... what's the one I have used? Gale? Graphic Scale. I've used, and most people suggest using. That seems to do the trick because it gives you the palettes, and you can say I'm limiting myself to this palette and everything. It's very good. Is it free? Yes, everything I'm using is free. Shinji, this is Poi Maps. Yes, free software. Yeah, everything I'm doing is free. So if you want to take part, you can. I've got guides. Yeah, you don't have to. You're not costing yourself out at any point. Speak Fire Red gift only run. What? I mean, you're far-fetched. That sounds absolutely broken. Kian Taco, thanks for follow. No worries, Helio. Sorry I can't be more use. Ship, sorry, I've just noticed your message. How you doing, bud? You make a spot of legendary called Hellcat. So, sorry. I'm not planning on adding much in the way of custom Pokemon, Mo, because they end up like weirdly. I've got to work out balancing for them and all of that. So probably not. But we might, maybe we will. But for now, we're early game. This is an area just after the second gym, so we got a long way to go before we're going to be introducing many different cool things. Okay, so this is actually a cave, just to get some cool encounters. So I'm just going to throw this in and tidy up these. Gravy, I believe. Thank you for the heart. How you doing, bud? Appreciate it. And I just want this tile here. That's the one I need to fix all of these. There we go. Maybe that's the one I said over here was wrong. Nope, they're all correct. Oh, okay, I need to fix that. That bit's done. And let's fix this up. Just close this out. Doesn't have to be complex, just a bit of a basic little area. Oh, and I need those two tiles like that. There we go. What software do you use to get started? I use Poi Maps. Poi Maps lets me do Decomp Emerald nice and easily. So this is what I'm using. Poi Maps is for the map drawing, and then I just have Visual Studio Code to do my scripting. It's a simple tools. Scripting isn't too hard if you introduce what's called Poi script. Makes the scripting a lot more readable instead of using the INC files, which are a pain. But yeah, I would say pick it up, have a read through. About just if you want to get going, just try it. It's not too difficult. And yeah, drop questions in the communities and stuff. Right. So that's how you do the drawing, and this is how we decide collisions. So this X means it can't be walked on. And I've noticed an error in that tile. And that tile, that goes there. There we go. My tiles. Few tiles might be a little bit out of whack. But yeah, this will sort out where the player can walk or surf. I'm just going to set these out while I try and catch up in your messages. This is just tracing. Ability slick ride, gain speed and hit for 2xd. Are you going to add conformation like the show competitions in? The competition in Fuchsia Town. I haven't got a plan at the moment to add competitions from Emerald. Obviously, they are coded in, so it wouldn't take much effort to introduce them. I am open to doing it. If people want to see competitions, yeah, we can do competitions. We can code those in. We can make some custom ones and stuff, make it a bit harder. I would have to expand the roster a lot to add more Pokemon, because this is all like Gen 9 Pokemon in. Yeah, maybe we could add some like viewer competitions in instead, so those who want to be part of like different competitions. I think your idea is a bit confusing at the moment, because I don't know what 2xd is, what you mean by that. It's a creation kit or Pokemon Essentials. No, this is decomp Pokemon. So this is actually making a ROM, not Essentials or any of that, which create fan games. I've tried using them in the past, not liked them. I personally had an irritating time trying to get them all set up. So yeah, I'll do it this way instead. That needs to be that to make it go into the cave. Actually, I need to make this level 4 so that they can't surf and jump off a cliff by surfing. Oh, it also stops that ping there. There we go. Okay, that is that one. And now I've got to do the same for this route. What am I doing? I'm creating Route 5 of my ROM hack. Because once you've beaten the second gym, you battle your rival, and they give you access to a boat. And the boat takes you over here. This is going to lead you towards the third gym. It's a bit of a short gap to the third gym. And there'll be a town over there, which we'll talk about later, where you'll be able to where you'll be able to get the bike, your acro bike, for traveling across some cool custom areas. I think cool custom areas. But yeah, just developing some more of those traversal routes for the time being, and we'll start doing what's called Obsidian Thicket next. But yeah, this is a sort of a short gap between the two gyms. Not everything has to have a big gap between them, but the areas after this are quite expansive. Okay, let me just save this and export the time lapse. And I don't know if I'll do the coding now or not. Create me 1, 2 while you're there. Create you a what? You want to be a trainer? I can use a trainer. Seems like a better process. Yeah, I think there's so much. This decomp is so much easier in my thing. Is nice. I find it so much easier to pick up and get started with. There you go. So that is Route 5. Yeah, that is literally Route 5, and it will come down a bit to the water. Can I be a trainer? Yeah, we can add some trainers. Why don't we add some trainers here? What programming language do you use? I use PoiScript. I'll show you PoiScript now. So this is PoiScript. This isn't PoiScript. Why is camera gone all? Camera's gone all. There we go. See me now. So programming language. This is PoiScript. Zoom in for you guys to see. The PoiScript. Where's an example of PoiScript? Let's go to a map we know. Go to a map with some code on it. Let's go to, for example, where's it? Granite Peak Town. Here we go. So let's go to the school. This is the school. This is PoiScript. Don't know how well you guys can see that. Mo, make a game and add it. That sounds quite good. Add your legendary Pokemon into your own one. I'm not adding it into this one because I don't want to faddle with making too many custom legendary Pokemon because there's already so many. Well, I think it could be an absolute beast of a mon. Yeah, so this is PokeScript. You have your scripts here. Like, so this is a door. This is a custom door I've done. So this one you have to talk to. You've got your message boxes here, and then you got a yes/no box. So that'll pop up that yes/no. Oh, school isn't accessible. None of the school is actually capable of doing. Okay, have I never done that? Okay, I need to fix that. Yes, these are comments. So I've actually commented out the warp for the door. So the whole custom Pokemon tournament I've added is not actually accessible to the player. So let's fix that. So yeah, so to do it, this is making a custom warp. I need to pick the map it goes to. It's not actually called that. Oh my goodness, that's such a ball ache of an error. Yeah, I don't think anyone's actually got that far in my game yet. My testers. So I say testers, people who are playing it. So yeah, they look like that. Evolution room. So I can change all of these. Okay, I'm going to drop another version of this game tonight then, so you guys can actually do the school, because I spent ages making that tournament work. This is the item. That is the moves room. And that is the abilities room. Let me confirm those are the names given them. Where's my... That's my... Evolution... Ability. It's ability, not ability. There we go. Hey, fix. Hey, Shifts. How you doing, bud? Yeah. So this is PokeScript. So you basically have your small scripts which interact with something on the screen. So if we go down here, these S's are signs. So basically each of these signs links to this, and it's got a message box that pops up on the screen, yes/no box, and it does a warp. You've got more complex things like this T. This T is a trigger. When it's stood on, when a certain state of the game is true, it'll start running this. So in this case, I've got a message box, and then move the player to this person here, who then does all of this and does a load of talking to you, leading to a battle. And then you set flags and variables to know the game, and like, are you hiding players or playing sound effects? So you're doing all this. You can do this on a Mac, yeah, no problem. I'm doing good, Shifts. It's good to hear from you. Yeah, no, this is very easy to do. You can do it on Mac. In fact, I'm running this through Debian, just for the compilation, which makes it easier, and on Mac so much easier. Our 510 TP commands. I'm more proficient in C# and Java, so much sense. I mean, I'm a Java developer. So yeah, so obviously I come from Java. This is, I think it's C+. The PokeScript is just a little scripting language, but yeah, that is the XY coordinates on that page. We go into like Pokemon.c, the game itself behind this is written in C. So you can see like a Pokemon trying to learn a new move. That's all written in there. Ability, intimidate. If we want to write like do custom things, you have an understanding of how to do things. Yeah, you'll be able to read things much easier. So for example, here, this is what happens when Intimidate comes in. So if you want to make a new ability, you'd have to do like, case ability. So I'm going to create the Bone Zone later, and in this one I would have to be like check the Pokemon state, which I think is like G, Battler, Attacker. I think you can get like, I can't remember off the top of my head, but you can get it's like a type, and then you compare its type and make it hit and do stuff like that. But I don't do much of this on stream because it's not the most exciting thing, but we will have some trainers which are a bit more easier to do. Are you doing this RPG? No, I'm not doing this in RPG Maker. I'm doing this. This is the Decomp Emerald. This is Visual Studio Code. You have guys available? Yes. I've got a couple on our YouTube. Yeah, I'll add you here, Bumbleboozer. Yeah, I have videos on our YouTube you can watch to show how to set up everything. So if you're interested, pop on there and I can give feedback. I'll try and do better ones or new ones to keep up with everything. If there's something specific you want to learn, I'll make a video on it. I've got about 5 at the moment showing how to set up how to set up Poi script, which are your main two things. I've then got one on like how to do a starter, how to make custom starter Pokemon, how to use triggers to stop the player from leaving, and doing a trainer battle. So, I mean, that's a few basics. You can link those together and whatnot. But if there's something you're trying to do and you're like, actually, I'm not sure how to do that, drop me a message either on here or on our Discord, and I'll put a video together and try to explain it as best I can. I don't think I'm the best teacher, but give it a go. 8, thanks for the rose, but appreciated a lot. Next to a tree, preferably, since I give it honey. Yeah, that sounds good. So we want to make a trainer nice and easy. Create an object. You pick the sprite. What sprite do you want to be? Pick a random one for now. And yeah, do you want to be? We get you running around the tree. Ezra, thanks for the 10 GGs. Appreciated. I think we can make you around. Of you guys on TikTok can't see as much as what's on YouTube. Can't see my face. It's up to you guys. But on the right here with the sprite, there's a movement thing. We can do. I think we can do. Up, left, right, left, down. Up, down, right, left, down, right, left, up. I want like right, up, up, down, left, right. But there's all these different pre-made movement things. Down, right, up, left. So that's down, right, up, left. Yeah, so we can make this guy walk around the tree. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4x4, so we just put the radius movements of 4x4. And we'll set this guy as normal. He can only see like one ahead of him. So yeah, there we go. So we now got this. You run around in circles. What program is this? This is Poi Maps. Poi Maps for you, Joe and Ethel. Hey, thanks for sharing. Appreciated. It's 5x5. 1, 2, 3, 4. It is a 5x5, but the player can only starts there. Goes 4 down. So that is a 5x5. I think. No, I think you're right. Actually, yeah. But that's yeah. We'll put it at 5x5 for 0. Yeah, but you're not counting for 0. No, it is 5 because I think this counts as like 1 movement. I'm not sure. We'll make it. We'll test it. If they start walking into the tree, he's gonna just end up doing that if it's too big, which isn't the end of the day. I know. I don't really know how they work, and I can't be asked to build it and then test it because we'll see. We'll code. Let's code. Right. So to make a trainer is really easy. You name the script. So we're gonna call it a trainer battle. Who are we battling? We are battling Bumbleboozer. Brilliant. Okay, trainer scripts. You do trainer battle single. This takes 3 arguments minimum. Andrew, thanks for the follow. First argument is going to be the trainer reference. We're going to have it trainer Bumble. And we need to pass in what does the NPC say when they first spot the player. So that would be Route 5. That would be Bumble Boozer intro. And then you need something to say when they lose the fights. Outro. And then we actually have here a postscript. So Bumble Boozers gives you a reward. So we're gonna have a postscript. This runs once when the first time you beat the trainer. Also, we need to make sure they when you beat them, you can talk to them again, and they say something. So we have a post chat. So again, this is just a reference name to what we're going to be calling. This is called post battle, and that is going to make a default message box, not auto close, default. And then we're just going to end the script. So it's all good afterwards. 300 and Charlie, thanks for the follow. Yes, you can be a trainer. Start coming up with your ideas for your trainers, and I'll start adding you guys in. My victory be retreat. There we go. So we do text. So to make that thing, we're going to do a text script. I'm going to call it by this. Then just going to wrap it in a format. That automatically means that if it's got too many characters, it will go to a new line. We don't have to do character counting and work it all out. My victory will be sweet. Do you know how to do front end and back end stuff? If so, you know how hard it is. Do you mean for this or for in general? I'm a back-end dev by trade. I've never really had much success. I've tried learning JavaScript, TypeScript, HTML, React, and that, and never really had much benefit with it. Although I say that, I'm currently employed as a lead developer, and we're using the Play framework with Scala. That seems reasonably easy to pick up. And I've had professional work using like Timeleaf and Nunjucks and stuff. In general, my own front end stuff, my friend does back end, so we collab. Tayton and Krim, thank you for the follow. How much is salary? I'm comfortable. I don't really want to talk about salary on the internet to people I don't know, but I work with a decent company, and I own myself a house. I'm 30, so no, you can do really well as a developer. If it's something you're interested in doing, it's good. It can be good money, and depends on how much you want to do. Where I'm a lead developer, I have more responsibilities and leadership skills. So obviously, I get paid more for doing that than I do the day-to-day coding these days. Now I'm sour. That sounds good. That's really clever, Bumblebee. Okay, but average for your job. I mean, it depends on the role. I think I think for a lead developer, you can get anywhere from like 40,000 a year for a like small company to like 120, 130k a year plus for some of the bigger companies. Although when you go to lead devs, for those higher ends, you probably end up being pushed into an architecture role or like principal developer role. But again, it depends on the company you're with. Yeah, Emreed. You're not allowed to have stuff. You're 100% allowed to say how much you do. If you do, you're allowed to say how much you do. I'm not allowed to. I'm allowed to talk about it. If you ever get a company that says don't tell people how much you earn, they tell them where to shove it. They do that because they want to utilize the mystery so they can underpay people. If people talk about it, then it's good. I just don't feel comfortable talking about it with other people, like with my friends and other people I work with. I'm happy to. But yeah, I would take a look at languages. I prefer back-end because you can do more with it. You can look at full stack and do both. But yeah, if you're interested in it, I'd start with Unity, user-friendly. That's if you want to do game developing, yeah. But if you're doing back-end stuff, you're not becoming a game developer. Drag Me to Sleep, thanks for the follow. Could my trainer give an egg? Yeah, we can have you give an egg. I'm telling Nintendo, go for it. They will tell me to stop, and then I will stop. And then people will be upset because my game will never be made. But I make no money off this, so if they want to waste their time doing that, go ahead. So we're actually replacing existing trainers because we don't need them because it's a fresh game. So let's make Bumble. What class and picture did you want? You can also use a salary and buy stuff with company at reduced tax. Yeah, if you can do that as a consultant. If you make yourself a contractor, even. If you become a contractor, yeah, you can become a contractor. You can do stuff as a self-employed. I'm a consultant, so I am actually employed by a company. I can't do that. Yeah, I can add you Kai as a trainer as well. But I work remotely. I have to go to the office once a sprint. A sprint is 2 weeks work, but we do it at the end of one sprint and the start of sprint 2. So I only go up to the office once a month for 2 days. My office is in Newcastle and I live on the south coast, so it's like 7.5 hours where I'm stuck on the train on my own, which sucks. The one used was fine. The class isn't a class. But, I'll make you a youngster then. Because I just did a random boy. Youngster, picture, youngster. Music, male, double battle check. Okay, your team was a Geodude. Do you want Geodude or Graveler? Because at this area, we can get level caps 20, level caps 30. You've just been. We'll put you around level 20. A Geodude, yeah, we'll put you around level 20. But I would, Emdrit, I would just pick something up. If you can learn both, learn both. There's nothing wrong with knowing more languages. You don't have to become a back-end developer. You don't have to become a front-end developer. You can just become a full-stack developer. I didn't learn to code until I finished university and did my grad scheme. And they were looking for Java developers. So I learned how to code in Java. And I learned that data flow and how to use that language and end up working in back-end things. It's less glamorous, but I find it so much easier. You do EVO light. Yeah, that would be pretty. Yeah, your combi can be level 22. There you go. Brilliant. Who else had a trainer they wanted adding? So, Bambuza. I'm also going to. You wanted a postscript as well. So, postscript. Basically, it's another script. I'm actually going to do the lock all, release all here. This just stops the player from interacting at this point. I can be like, wow, that was great. Oh no, now I'm sour. I'm going to. Basically, we need to give me something to say, but we'll get it. We'll have the give item, give the honey. What part of the game is this like level cap and stuff? This is just after the second gym. So once you beat the second gym, you can then take on your rival. Your rival gives you a ticket to cross over on the ferry. This is literally the first route you land on is called Route 5, and this is that route. So level cap is currently at the 30. It'll probably be around 28, 29, I think, when we get to the gym. But the previous level cap was 24, so you're sitting around level 24 Pokemon. Full stack is crazy. 1k plus per job you do. Do you know your work? You actually hired. So you're talking about doing that. You're doing job by job basis, because 1k per job could actually be quite low, to be honest. Coin Master Clash of Clans, fair enough for an alpha build. Yeah, it's true. What language is this? Is PoiScript. Neurotypical Nick, thank you for the follow. You can have this. I don't want it anymore. That sounds good. You can have this. I don't want it anymore. And you do give item, honey. Let's give the player 1. I'll give him 5. Why not? Release all, and then yeah, so there we go. This is so cool. What is the ROM of? Sorry, I missed. If you said it, no, that's fine. Rebel Scum. A lot of people come in and out, so I'm quite happy to repeat myself. This is not Java. This is PoiScript. This is an Emerald ROM hack. So this is Pokemon Emerald. We've done. Save the Treants. Thank you for the. Thank you for following, Brad. Thanks for the share. There you go, Bumble. You'll be added. Well, you're not added to the game yet. We need to actually take your code and attach it to your sprite. Now you're in the game. Who makes your sprites animations? No one. Finesse LP. I have no custom sprites. I have no custom animations. Currently, I've picked up stuff from the Great Team at Repo. So I've got a load of stuff from that. I've worked in the past with some people in my previous ones, so I'm going to speak to them. But because I'm not an artist, so I'm only utilizing sort of stuff which is either open source or already in the game. So there is no like big custom stuff at the moment. It's just everything that comes out of the game default. Mine would be pick a project, do it in a week and get paid. Do it 2 weeks and no biz. I mean, you get that. So that you're looking at freelancing work. Freelancing work, yeah, it depends on your quality and stuff. It can be quite high paid. You end up rushing a lot of work. But nothing against. I'm a consultant, so I tend to have like big projects. The current project I'm working on is like $200 million. So I'm very happy with a long-term 5-year project, and I get my standard wage in that. But I've done freelance before. I've actually done some freelance ROM hacking. I did a small weekend piece of work for some people. But I've not really done much freelancing. It's I like time to myself, but I've thought about doing contracting because I can push like 800-900 quid a day sort of thing, possibly depending where I go. I'd love to play it when you're done. I mean, you can play it now as like early on playtesting. Otherwise, it's going to be a while till it's finished. I start North Coder's cast. I don't know what is North Coder's, Jay. What wild Pokemon will be in this grass? Or is that stuff late to worry about? Good point. Let's look at what I had previously. So, the Pokemon I had when I previously worked in this route was Ventrit. Because it's a different island, different weaker Pokemon. Let's put it about level 12, why not? 12. of 18. They're too weak. You're never going to get any XP off them. And repels are easy. Plus, I'm going to make some. I need to work on the. I do need to work on the crafting system a bit more. Wingull. We got Weasel. Got Slowpoke. Chindelf. There's Crab Brawler. Shuckle. There's Jelos East. Jelos East. Tootle. Oh, it's Jelos East C, not what I had. There it is. Krabby. Wimpod. Yukimuku. And Wimpod again. Yukimuku. And Wimpod. Those are the encounters. Going from most highest rate to lowest rate. It's in JavaScript. Oh, okay. I see. I've not done much JavaScript. Are you putting after Gen through Monzin or you? I have. This already has MG'd everything from Gen 1 to 9 and a Gen 9. It basically is running off everything from Gen 9. So yeah, all those new Pokemon, all those new moves, all those new abilities are already and items are already in there. Many say solo indie developing from scratch. Sometimes I freelance myself, so I'm not sure what ROM hacking is. Could you come into legal action? I mean, I don't sell it, so not really. So ROM hacking is when you're taking the existing ROM and obviously making changes to it. So it varies from your actual game development because I'm not creating everything from scratch. Nintendo own the full rights to this, and if they wanted to turn around and say, stop doing it, then I'd have no choice but to not do it because I don't own this. I can't distribute it. That's the thing. I own a Pokemon of Emerald. I can rip that off of the cartridge and put it on my computer. And if I want to make changes to that, I can. I own that copy of it. So yeah, I can't really do stuff like that. I can't sell what I do because obviously I don't own the assets and stuff to make that stuff. But you know, ROM hacking, there's thousands of them. I don't think Nintendo like it, but I think they'd be right arseholes if they start taking them all down. I know it has happened in the past, but again, it's distributing it using patches is the best way to do it, which I will be doing, and making sure like it's not sold. So yeah, if you ever see any of my games for sale, do not sell them. Just this course, there was an entry exam pre-course.
Credits will do fine.
You're not gone. You're just on a different layer. You've got map layer and events layer. Thank you, Kanite, for the hearts. Appreciate it. Sorry, I'm catching up with chat. Fans like third year computing stuff. I didn't even study computing, so you're good. What program? This is Polymaps. That's what I used to do with the mapping. Never seen any more Max play for sale. I don't know how people pay for it. Yeah, this is it. They're not for sale. They should not be for sale. ROM hacking has to be free, otherwise they can run into like big legal issues. It's better just to be like just not to sell them. So yeah, they tend not to be for sale. Perfect. So let's head into Obsidian Thicket. I'll say I have actually done paid work for a ROM hack. Like if Ben wants me to make a custom game for them, you can hire me to freelance it. But otherwise, yeah, no. You're hiding. Could my trainer be class of Pokemon Ranger or Ace Trainer? Yeah, we can have you as an Ace Trainer if you know what your is going to be. Pretty much, MJ. To an extent, but I get the thing is they could come along and they could like Nintendo could tomorrow email me and be like, you know, this is wrong, you stop doing it, and like I'd have no choice but to, which would suck because I really like doing this, and I think it's good for the community, and to be honest, they probably would, they would if they could be asked. I know they're not a fan of this stuff, but then this is a company, Game Freak, who said playing a Nuzlocke is as bad as pirating their games. Like they genuinely said that they saw people playing the game differently to how they designed it as bad as like pirating the game. It's like and that it's just a bad thing to do. And they're the ones starting to chase down like players and stuff. So honestly, they can go do one. They're like pains. I've realised this is connected wrong. This should actually be like that, and I need to move my entire map over a bit. I wonder how many emails Rhino have had from. Probably none. I know JR. I don't know him, but yeah, none. Logan, this is Poi maps I'm using. Can you give some broad info about your Nuzlocke focus region? Yeah, so it's basically what I miss about playing the older Pokemon games like Emerald is that sense of exploration, that sense of finding creatures and going out onto a big wild world and, you know, exploring it. So that's what I'm trying to bring back. So there's 3 major islands to what I've called the Triver region. You got the first island where you start, so in this Bedrock town, and it's sort of more of a classical town. You've got smaller towns, you've got big open areas or mountains. You've got this place like here called Plateful Cave, which leads to Arceus, and you've got lots of like hidden secrets onto it. Second island, which we started to work on, a bit more built up, is starting to move away from tradition. And the third island is not tradition, it's more forward focused development. So these are 3 major islands with lots of things going on. And you do your usual playthrough, which is going through, you're doing the 8 gym badges. I'm designing it so that it's harder than your average game, but it's not a challenge ROM hack. Stuff like Unbound or Radical Red or Kaizo, those are difficulty hacks. Well, not so much Unbound, but difficulty hacks have their thing. This is, I know people who are going to play it have beaten a Pokemon game before, so they're going to have some experience in playing Pokemon, but they don't want the handheld. So we're moving you up from a standard playthrough to a bit more thinking involved. So there are going to be more trainers tougher. When you're doing your Nuzlocke runs, I want to introduce this idea of decision making. So very early on, we have Mahogany Hills. So Mahogany Hills leads to the first gym, the flying type gym. So this here has Shockwave. If you want Shockwave, you've got to beat this trainer, or you need Cut. Can't get Cut until you beat the gym. So it's like, okay, as a Nuzlocker, do I think I've got the Pokemon appropriate to beat this tough gym leader? She's just trainer. She's just below level cap. She has a full 6 of decent Pokemon teams. You could also take on Roxanne and get Rock Tomb. So it's like, so Nuzlocker, do you want to go this route to get a good item, or is it worth the risk, or do you want to challenge it other ways? And there's all these things hidden around which you've got to explore and do side quests. So as a casual player, there's lots for you to do, lots to develop. And Nuzlocker, speedrunner, thinking about it in different ways and questions like, is it worth doing? Is it an attempt? Will it actually benefit me? So that's what sort of I'm aiming for and working with. Can you decide which Pokemon are to find? Yeah, I'm not sure what you're asking about that. Sorry. Who's your mate user? I mean, worst to worst, if they didn't contact me and Pokemon clones similar to... Yeah, I've looked at doing my own, and they Pokemon clones, they can't... So it's doing their own... it's just certain assets, like the Power World one will fall. Retro, thanks for the follow. Product's really cool. I was wondering how much learning code read into the game. There's a lot of coding to do. The more you're building, the more coding you have to do, but it's not too difficult. It depends on how much you want to do. If you just want to make small changes, then you don't need to know how to code. If you want to make big changes like I'm doing and do everything from scratch, then yeah, it does involve coding. There's no way around that. But the coding is simple. It's just lots of simple code done many ways. Can you challenge James in different order then? No, this is not an open world game. It is a specific order. It will be Gym 1 to 8. No, I do not do art as Rex. Can you decide which... Yes, I can decide what other Pokemon trainers use. Hey, I'm starved down. You're the only one at the moment. This is Poi Maps Median. You spelt will wrong for my victory will be sweet. Did I? Oh, I've realised I've been looking at the code. Oh, have I just been bouncing around and not showing you the code? I've been showing the wrong piece. I'm so thick. Sometimes I forget to hit my hotkey. I apologise if I walked around. I did actually try using Unity back in university. I had a friend of mine who developed games. He did a union, or I can't remember what it's called, society around game development. And he's actually really successful now. He works on... Actually, he is the guy who does Vampire Survivors. And that is my only experience on it. I did actually try making a 2D game with Unreal, and I played around with Godot and Game Maker doing that, and I've really been tempted to make my own like full Pokemon style, Pokemon clone, I guess you could call it. But the issue is like it's a lot of work to do it from scratch, and I don't have the time. So I'd rather just that's why a main reason why I'm doing it this way is because the tools and stuff are so much easier to do, and I don't want to spend years to make something which I then have to develop all from. Basically, it's all the design work on trainers and stuff, and then I've got to deal with the story. So, and yeah, it's hard enough. And then at least this, I don't really have to learn so much as if I would. If I was doing where I got to learn, I'd rather learn like new languages and stuff, which I can use professionally. So yeah, sort of not at the moment, but maybe in the future. Thank you for adding my character. So cool. I love Vampire stuff. Oh yeah, I finally played it. And yeah, it's pretty good. He used to spend a load of time making games and stuff at university, and he was a great coder. Like some of his colleagues and stuff came up with some pretty cool websites. I didn't learn coding until long after, but he's good to see him doing well. Hey, thanks to the Rosebud. Is it possible to make day-night cycle? I can add a day-night cycle. I wouldn't code it from scratch because it already exists. There's already a branch that introduces day-night cycle. That's one of the brilliant things about this is there's some people have already done all that stuff. The question is, will I add day-night cycle? And that's a no. That's a hard no. I hate day-night cycles in games. Personally, I think in Pokemon, they add nothing. All it does is make it harder I find it more annoying to play. So as someone who, when I used to stream Nuzlocke, for example, if there was a day-night cycle, I was just locked into certain Pokemon. Because certain Pokemon are only available at night time. I stream at night. I can only play at night. Well, now I can't get those Pokemon. So yeah, I'm not going to add. I'm not going to add a day-night cycle because I don't enjoy it, and realistically, I'm not going to be making a game which I don't enjoy. Oh, that's all wrong. Right? That's right. There we go. Oh, now we fixed the issue. So yeah, no day-night cycle. Not in my game. I mean, talk about getting your money's worth. Game's so cheap. Oh, exactly. It and I love all the stuff they keep doing on it. Yeah, he is very good. I have the assets such as sprites for trainers, monsters play environment. Would be interested in making a game if I created a map editor. Yeah, AJW. We could work together. Message me or add me in Discord.
Hello there.
Because there is actually a thing called Monmai. I did actually pay for the Monmai engine to do all of that stuff, and yeah, I would love to do stuff like that. Yeah, I may not anytime soon unless you want to hire me as a full time. You can hire me and I'll work. Otherwise, yeah, it's trying to find the time to do it in between I already have a full time job and stuff, but it's something we can talk about. I definitely would be very open to it.
Hello there.
But yeah, we can talk off stream and stuff. Pokemon, rare Pokemon in Merc. What rare Pokemon would you like to see in this area? Brian, thanks for the follow. Castlevania collab. I've not played any of that stuff yet. So what are you using? Sorry for that's fine. I do need to try and set up my view to make it easier. But this is Poi maps. I think I did actually update my an intro message to say it. But yeah, this is Poi maps, which I'm using to make all my maps in. Sorry, my brain suddenly turned off. There we go. Yeah, software. Finally found the good stuff on live. Thanks, SM. It's DM. Thanks for follow. Gotcha. As for the hiring, I'm full-time employed too. Fairly deep into. Yeah, no, that's fair. We can talk about that, AJ. But yeah, I'd be up for I'd be up for making some maps and stuff. We can work something out. possibly take me away from this, but yeah, we could get some videos out on it as well. It's also interesting. Thanks for letting me add in the trainer. Yeah, no, that's good. I'm still waiting for you to send me the trainer you want me to add in. Yeah, I do find it so cool. And the more people who see this, it's hopefully more people will go, oh yeah, I want to give it a go. And then they go and make their own game. The more games are made, the more cool stuff we have to play. I think that's amazing. Like, I ain't gatekeeping this. I think we all need to be making games. Then we got lots of cool shit to play. Second island, as in Sevi Islands. No, the game, the region is built around multiple islands. So there's sort of 3 main islands for it, which you'll be sort of like looping around. So when I call Island 2, this is like the second island of the Triver region. They don't really have any realistic names. It's just how it does. This is not a pie game. This is a Pokemon. This is full Pokemon Rom Hack. Are you making a brand new story? I'm making a brand new region. Story is not really a story because I'm not a writer. So story is go catch Pokemon. I'm a big fan of like old school Doom and like Unreal Tournament. So we're looking at the story level that you would find in like Unreal Tournament or Doom, which is go have fun. Nothing advanced, nothing clever, just go have fun. I really don't want to end up writing in it being like some horrendously cheesy bullshit. That's just, yeah. So instead, we'll avoid it by avoiding it completely. Some areas might have a small story and stuff, but yeah. DMs are here. DM it to me, 8, and I can add it off stream because I'm probably going to stream for another 20-30 minutes. So this is not using Pygame Engine. This is using Rom Hack. This is Pokemon Emerald. This decomp. I have no idea who Tiny Tim's is. I apologise. Jason, I'd have a heyday making my own island. Do it. Follow my YouTube. I've got guides on there. There's other ones. The custom region is so good because I'm fed up of complaining every time they release a Pokemon game, and it's the same shit every time. So I'm doing something about it and making the Pokemon game I want to play. It may not be the best, but this is I'm trying to make a game which I like and I enjoy, and I think has all the pieces to what will hopefully be a good Pokemon game. It's not going to be the best. There's going to be a lot of ROM hackers out there. Some people might be watching this and saying, oh, I could do better. And I mean, yeah, you can. But it's something. It will be good. Yeah, I hope it'll be good. I'm doing my best. Yeah, and hopefully you guys enjoy it as well. That's the main thing. There's some trees by the water that looks a little odd, by the way. Okay, so yeah, so these ones. You're talking about these ones. You can't actually see. You can't. Oh, you can see them. Yeah. That's sort of the grouping. You've got this what's called border things. Yeah, it's a limit of the map. I could possibly shift the map across, but we'll just make it so that they can't access that bit, and it fixes the problem. Where can you buy your finished mods? I have no finished mods, and they're never for sale. If you see any of the Trials versus games, they're not for sale, or are ROM hacks. Blue Waffle 27, thanks for those things. But yeah, they're all on our Discord for now. I will get them further out when we get more. Also, Blue Waffle, thanks for the follow. There's some trees. Discord name, I guess, Robert. Yeah, that's me, AJ. Thanks. I saw you did. Gen 3 is peak. Great. Yeah, Gen 3 is top. I've never seen this done before. Yeah, so this is the current tool most people use. And it's called decomp ROM hacking. So decomp basically it's all the code broken up, which allows us to do a lot more. And as a full-time developer, like in my full-time, I can go into the code. It's so much easier for me to make scripts, or if I want to add like a trainer in, or add a ability in. So I've got some custom abilities I'm going to add. Yeah, it doesn't take me much effort to add them. So I'm just drawing out the rough outline for the some of the trees. So this route will have two routes. I like doing this from a lot of my routes. It's again giving that choice to players. This right route is always going to be the main direction. If you're ever confused where to go, follow the right route. But we're going to have one route which is going to have trainers on, and one route which is going to have grass on. So you can either go grassy route or beat the trainers to get quick access. But we'll do that in a sec. Make it open world to agree. So James, we're looking at an open world level equivalent to the first two games. Not full open world where you can go anywhere from once, but open world that as you get tools, you'll be able to access more of the world and explore it in your own time. But there is going to be what I call a critical path, which is that linear flow from Gym 1 to Gym 8. This is the closest we're getting to start having your choices. You come here and you can go this way, or you can go this way. Because it's got level caps inbuilt. Again, you don't have to play with level caps. It's optional. If you have got level caps, you'll go to the east to a town and you'll find it quite hard to beat. There's nothing to stop you getting the bike and going further, and you could actually skip Gym 3 in the same way you can skip badges in first game, in Kanto. So we're looking at that. How do you create that with which program? I use Poi maps to make my maps, and the rest is done with Poi scripts and Visual Studio Code. Mill, thanks for the follow. Copying the exact game or just one? I'm lost, Nutty Bone. Sorry. You plan on releasing this? Yes, this will be completely playable. Everyone will be able to play this. You can play the demo now. Do you have a good stream or connect me? Yeah, thanks AJ. AJ Hamster Abu. Thanks all for the follow, and it's me. Thanks for follow. Waffle also thanks for sharing it. But yeah. Hopefully I've answered all your questions and you can hear me and I'm not waffling too quickly. I know I can be quite a fast talker, especially when I'm reading comments as they're flying down. I'm actually going to make this look a bit better by adding in the second peat. This is called the Obsidian Thicket, and it's actually somewhere below. Oh, hang on. Hang on, my game's... Oh, I hate it when it does this. It's done something weird. It's saying I've got one connection, but... Oh, bugger. I messed up. Okay, we need to fix that. I accidentally made a dive route, which makes things... Dive routes cause so many issues with this when you accidentally tab out and cause it. So I want to do that, and I want to make a new connection, and I want it to be below, and that's Obsidian. You accidentally delete it, it doesn't show. There we go. That fixes it. Have I heard of Purple Peep? No, I have not. Sorry, I was doing something, Elon. But yep, hello. I have not heard of Purple Boy. I can't wait to see people battle me, or even battle myself. Yeah, you can now download the game, Bumble, and play with yourself. That is the best thing about adding, custom trainers in, is you can watch everyone play with themselves, which is awesome. I probably should have worded that differently, but here we are. Mistakes were made. No. Hang on, how do we... I'm just going to mute him before he starts spamming bullshit, because I really can't be asked. Okay, there we go. I beg. Oh, what a weirdo. Watching everyone play with Sun. Yeah, exactly, Rhett. Like, what eventually, I know I've spoken to a few streamers, and some streamers are looking to play this, and it's like, right, as soon as a streamer says they want to play my game, it's like, right, I'm adding you in so that everyone can watch you playing with yourself live. It has caused me to lose a lot of streamer friends. I might be a little bit filthy sometimes. I'm really disappointed though, because I made a video about my bad Dragonite proposals, and it didn't do too well.
Hello there.
I feel like I can't do it over and over and over again. Right, thanks for the follow, bud. But no, I do love the idea of adding in viewer trainers, because one, it means I don't have to come up with all the trainers, which is easier.
Hello there.
And two, I think it's so cool playing yourself in the game. Of course, I'm in this game, and because I have a massive ego, I am a powerful trainer. But it works. That. There we go. Starting to get our roots. This is going to be if I remember over here, we have where is it? Yeah, we're going to have a berry. 2 berries. Some nice, decent berries. How are you doing this? Hey, hang on. Jordo, thanks for the follow. What do you use? So I'm using Poi maps to make my maps. And I use Emerald Decomp to do all the back-end stuff, which is my scripting. And it comes with all of the code you need to get started. So it comes with all the things of like Yeah, so everything's pre-done, so you don't have to do all the coding for adding a new Pokemon in or doing all the battle bits and pieces. If that makes sense to you all. But yeah, you can download it very easily, just searching Emerald Decomp and using Poi maps to make all your maps and whatnot. Trying to make sure this fits. I sent the DM. I hope it wasn't too much. Thank you. No worries. Hey, I'll add that in. KM Squirrel, thanks for follow. I can sit and make teams all day. Yeah, it's. I've done it on. I can make teams, but I just find I get a bit antsy doing it. I'm a coder through and through. It's the coding things I enjoy. And when I've got to sit and often change what I'm working on, it makes me get a bit antsy, and then I just like, I want to code, I want to do coding. So the more, so by spending my time doing the coding instead, really does. This has ended up looking all weird. Why is that? Ah, this needs to come down. That's why. Oh, I see. So I can't do what I was trying to do. Yeah, no, I can't do that. Sorry, I had some weird tiling issue. But yeah. Which game is based off Emerald? Gene, thanks for follow. Hi, I know you probably said 1,000 times per Pokemon. This is Poi maps. It allows you to take a Decomp Emerald and just start hacking, start making changes to how you feel. Blue Waffle, thank you for the credits, bud. Appreciate it. Oh, I haven't done ROM hacking in ages. So next, nice, Missy. Miss Tiesta. I'm guessing you used to do like advanced map back in the day and stuff, because that's what I started on when I was back in school and stuff. And it's advanced so much now. It's not that this is advanced map. I'm not making terrible puns. Yeah, getting back into it, as I have the last few years, it's been really good. Gives me a nice creative outlet to do creative-ish things. I made myself this time. That's fine. I didn't want to be a strong trainer, but trainer where you get something. I mean, this is it. Doesn't need to be a difficult game. Not every trainer needs to have 6 Pokemon and make you redefine your team. Sometimes it's nice just to have a quick, easy fight, get a decent reward, and make it worth the player fighting you for that challenge. We're actually almost. We're at a decent-ish point. I'm going to have a little thing there. Means I need to do that. That can't be that. That goes there. That's a blank wall. I think... Oh, there's one more tree. Yes. That looks creepy. Add a tree there. Means I do need to get rid of this bit so we can actually walk around. What do we think? And then we throw the grass in, which is on this side of the road. So we got so we'll add trainers in. I'll do if you want to do a trainer, add me in, send me a DM or put a message on one, leave a comment on a video, and I'm gonna add some trainers in. What's it called? What's the basis? This is Obsidian Thicket. This is sort of this is basically a 1P area leading to the third gym, poison type gym, and a little town called Obsidian Thicket. It actually connects up once you get surf to further south. There is a volcano, and you'll find as you unlock everything, you'll be able to travel around the world sort of freely doing different routes. But otherwise, you'll come down, do your third gym, and then you'll head across where you'll get the acro bike and cut across to the desert. But otherwise, this area sort of leads down. That's what's called Obsidian Thicket, because you've got the sort of swampy bit connects to the lava bit, giving you some sort of more sort of lava glass than other places would be. Boys, Poi hack. Sorry, Thickamo, you've lost me. Yeah, advanced map and XSC. Yeah, I hated using XSC DC. That's why I've moved to this, because it's so much easier to script. Love to make a trainer, gives you a key item, but why that's a lot. So an egg instead. No, egg works. We can do key items before some things later, possibly. Where should I start from trying to emit and move effectiveness UI to display damage percent? I don't know off the top of my head, Jordan. I'd have to look through the code. That would be difficult. I think he said it's a POI hack. Unless POI means something else, I'm called. Make a carnival zone. So to make a carnival zone, I need a custom tile set, which I don't have. But I do like the idea for some of the later areas. That'd be quite cool. I'm impressed with how much ROM hacking has come. Yeah, the ease of things nowadays is amazing. Like seeing how they did liquid crystal using XSE and stuff. Screw that. Like, I would not have made anywhere near as much progress as I have. I wasn't able to use like Pori scripts and stuff, because when I used to use XSC, I just hated it, and just trying to get a trainer to move was hell. Whereas now it's much easier, and like making custom abilities and whatnot. Yeah, it's brilliant. Does have a bit more of a learning curve, but ease is definitely there. Jake, thanks for follow. Can you put an item behind a tree? Yeah, we can put an item behind it. This bottom left is going to have an item as well. But if you tell me what item you want, I'll add an item. Thanks, Jake, for the follow. Yeah, thanks for saying it's cool. I'm glad you guys do find it cool. We call it, if it has some sort of maze puzzle to it. So I have this concept for a Lost Wood, which I'm debating on whether to put in Mahogany Hills or in a later gameplays. But it'll be like the Lost Woods from Legend of Zelda, depending on where you're looking and which way you're going. It will depend on where you end up, so you've got to go like the correct way for it to actually get anything. Okay, let me export time lapse. Leafstone works. Leafstone works, but by this point you can have unlimited leaf stones. Have I done stitch images instead of time lapse images? Have I been thick? Sorry, I need to check something in my pictures. Time lapse. Stitch. No, it is time lapse. Because you can actually get by this point unlimited leaf stones. So maybe. What game engine? This isn't game engine. This is Decomp Emerald. So it's not. It's an actual ROM hack. Why are there so few Gen 4 ROM hacks? There's so few Gen 4 ROM hacks because the tooling isn't there like it is for Gen 3. Gen 3 has been around for so long, and because of the simplicity of it, it's very easy to get started. Gen 4 ROM hacking is coming there. It's on the way, but it's not as matured. We will reach a point soon where it will be as mature, and a lot more people will be doing Gen 4. But also since then we've had Gen 3 will continue to develop further, and with full decomp of Gen 3, it makes it very powerful to do stuff. Apply movement and raw movement input. Oh god, give me PTSD. Thickamora. This is Pori maps. There's a possible to have a Pokemon sprite next to a trainer sprite, but not have the Pokemon in battle. If you're talking about overworld, yes, you just need to have the trainer. You just need to have that sprite. Have you tried Harvester yet? I think you'd love it. Harvester. What is Harvester? Because Harvester is obviously a restaurant when I Google it. Can you create new Pokemon? I can, and I will be creating Crystal Pokemon or Crystal Pokemon forms. When you just put Gen 4 Pokemon in, yeah, I've got Gen 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 Pokemon in this ROM, and I will be adding custom Pokemon for my Crystal type Pokemon. So that's possible. TM for Toxic. TM for Toxic is actually the prize from the Poison Gym. So not Toxic. Where's that item? I've gone. There it is. So you wanted to put one there. Leafstone could work. I'd love if Shelder was next to my trainer. That's one of my favourite. Yeah, I'll have to dig out the overworld sprites, but I'd have to make that sprite. Another poison move. Maybe an earth move. We need to make some custom things and stuff. Acid spray. Is that even a TM? I've been thinking about making a GBA ROM. What would I do to get started? To get started, you want to basically decide if you want to do binary hacking or decomp hacking. So this is decomp hacking, which I recommend. You just need to sort of start things. Just start on it. I have got some tutorials on how to get everything set up. And how to set up your Pori maps, Pori scripts, and do the first few basic things. The best way to get started is, just look at the Emerald Expansion GitHub page. Look at that. You'll see how to install it all, work through all of that, and just start making changes to the game. Brat, thank you for the apple. I think it is. Oh no, Gnarly, thanks for the brat. I was there. But yeah, I am actually. If you guys want to learn how to ROM hack, and don't want to have to come up with everything from scratch, I'm going to be opening up a joint collaboration for people learning to start, and we're going to make a full region game. We're going to do, Kanto to Johto to Hoenn to Sinnoh to Kalos to Unova. We're going to have all of them in. So if you're interested in learning, I'm going to set up on our Discord GitHub page and all of that stuff for us to start adding it, and you'll be able to make a map at a time and start doing the scripting. We'll say like, one person's going to deal with Route 1, one person's going to deal with Route 2, and we'll just start building it up. And if we all do it together, one, you'll be able to learn and speak to each other and learn your own time, and two, we don't have to do all the creativity stuff because a lot of stuff is there. Waking up on Discord isn't our profile. Bulldozer or Mudshot. Bulldozer or Mudshot I think is possibly quite good. Big word decomp, because decomp basically short for decompiled. It's all the code which is broken down instead of the code being like compiled, which is in a way the machine can read. It's been decompiled in a way humans can read and edit. But for the basic front end stuff, the eventing, it's very simple. Efren, thanks for sharing the love. So what TMs do we even have in? That's the real question. Emerald, because I can create custom TMs. Fine. I've added one already. TMs unlimited. They are unlimited. I made it unlimited because I don't like. We can have dig. Dig would be amazing here. Item. TM 28. Yeah, there we go. That is now the dig TM. Mudshot I think works better. Mudshot isn't actually there's only 2 TMs in the inbuilt is currently Earth and Dig. So we got those. Right. Okay, I think I'm just gonna grab one more thing, which is I'm gonna grab these two. Route 104. Make some just because then I don't have to recode them. This comes with all the back end pieces ready to set up. But I'm going to put these in. There we go. I need to add in some custom berries. I am actually going to release an updated version of the game I dropped earlier because I realized the score was broken. You couldn't actually go through any of the doors. I'm going to release version 4.1 and you'll be able to access the doors. And then I'm actually going to, yeah, that'd be good. I'm actually going to end the stream here because my voice is going and I need to head out. Thank you everyone for joining. Feel free to talk to me on Discord. I'll drop be active on there. Otherwise, have a good rest of your day. What name?